both teams take the floor. And I missed one of the starting 5. Now I'm realizing I only gave 4. The other one was Michael Haverfield, also out of Dillon, Montana. He's a redshirt freshman, so Michael and Tanner Haverfield both out there. I kind of skipped over that by accident, but the tip-off is up. It's corralled by the Bulldogs. They will be going left to right across your timeline. Western wearing their red jerseys with black numbers, white trim. Carroll in their home white uniforms, purple numbers, gray trim. Is taking it into the key is Max Clark. He drives, kicks it out. Here's a little post-up turnaround move there from Jalen Hodges. It's no good. Rebound, Jovan Slavankinen. He gets the first board of the game for the Saints. Carroll has an opportunity to strike first here. Brendan Temple gets it, takes it to the rack, goes up for the two-handed jam, takes a hard fall. The dunk is no good. Clark to the other end, passes it off to Haverfield. That's Tanner Haverfield going up with his right hand, kissing it off the glass and getting the bucket. 2-0, the Bulldogs lead early on in this one. Here's Dennis Flowers III setting up the offense for the Saints. He gets it into Campbell. Campbell across the key, puts up a runner, knocks it down for 2. The Saints tie it back up at 2-2. Of course, Coach Mike Larson coaching for the Bulldogs in his 3rd year at the helm. His point guard, Max Clark, takes it across the court. Clark passes to Haverfield. Haverfield kicks it out to Tanner Haverfield. That's Michael on the pass. Tanner Haverfield's 3 is no good. Jovan Slavankinen gets the rebound. Slavankinen takes it down the court, passes it up top to Campbell. Here's Campbell, gets it over to Flowers. Flowers, top of the key, gets it into Pedra. Pedra loses possession. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Max Clark. The Saints will get that ball back now and inbound it from their baseline. Inbounding will be Guy Pedra. Pedra to the corner. It's Campbell. Campbell, top of the key, passes to Flowers. Flowers, far side, gets the high ball screen from Temple. Shot clock at 6. Flowers gets it into Temple. Temple pump fakes, makes the defender jump over him and tries to put it up, but a nice recovery there by Jalen Hodges to block that shot from Temple. And, I mean, Coach Paulson was right. Hodges down there listed at 6'4". I mean, he looks closer to Temple's height, but he's already making a difference down low defensively. Slavankinen takes the shot off the dribble at the end of the shot clock. It's no good from the elbow. Rebound brought down by the Bulldogs. Stevenson gets it, passes it to Clark. Clark takes the other end. Flowers sets up to take a charge, but Clark notices, takes a pull-up jumper, and misses it off the side of the rim. Rebound by the Saints. They get it up court to Flowers. Flowers with the 3. It's no good. Guy Pedra crashes the glass and puts it up for 2. And Coach Turcotte, Guy Pedra shows some instincts that no freshman I've ever seen before have.
Well, he's a gamer. You know, he's not one of those guys in practice that's going to blow you away, but the game starts and he's ready to go.
Down to the other end, it's Bulldog basketball. Max Clark, corner 3, puts it up and knocks it down. 5-4, the Bulldogs lead by 1. 17.5 minutes on the clock here in the first half. It's Shamrock Campbell, guarded by Max Clark at the top of the key. Passes far side to Flowers. Flowers inside to Temple. Temple pump fake off the glass, no good, but the ball is deflected out to Flowers. Over to Campbell for 3, and he knocks it down. Shamrock Campbell from deep gives the Saints a 2-point lead, 7-5, with 17 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. Max Clark up the floor, passes it over to Hodges. Hodges pulls up, mid-range, no good with his jumper. Slavankinen gets the rebound. Here comes Jovan up the floor for the Saints. Passes it far side to Dennis Flowers III. Flowers in the corner, picks up his dribble, passes it up top to Campbell. Campbell over to Pedra now. Pedra dumps it off to Slavankinen. He's manned up on Haverfield. Jovan takes it in. Nice pass to Temple. Temple puts it up, draws the foul, and will go to the line for 2.
I think Temple is hesitating in there. He's had, you know, already in this game like 3 or 4 opportunities. He's kind of got to get out of his own head, just go catch it and go
just
score
a half
it.
second behind almost.
Yeah, he's hesitating and expecting. I don't think there's a shot blocker out there.
No.
That can stop him.
Temple's first free throw is up, and it's good. And I don't want to take credit away from Jovan there because he wanted to shoot an elbow jumper and caught Temple out of the peripheral vision and ripped a nice pass into him.
That's Jovan making his teammates better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's leadership.
Here's Temple at the stripe for his second, and he knocks it down. Brendan Temple hits them both. The Saints lead by 4, 9-5, 16:49 on the clock here in the first half. Haverfield inbounds, taking the ball up the court for the Bulldogs. It'll be Jamal Stevenson, their leading scorer on the year, averaging a little over 14 points a game for Western. He passes it over to Coulter Miller out of Three Forks. Pass to the corner. It's stolen by Dennis Flowers III. Saints get it right back. Here comes Dennis up the court, loses possession. It's stolen by the Bulldogs. Max Clark will get it after the steal from Jamal Stevenson. Clark up the court, passes it to the wing. It's Stevenson again. Stevenson now to the top of the key. It's Clark. Clark gets the screen from Miller. Clark looks for his teammate Haverfield. It's knocked loose by Slavonkinen. Back to Clark. Clark drives, kicks. Michael Haverfield on the dribble. Drives on Okeke, puts up a turnaround with his right and gets the roll. Nice little shot there by Michael Haverfield, the redshirt freshman out of Dillon, Montana.
Boy, he looks like a freshman. He is pretty skinny.
He's long, man.
But he is long.
Campbell, top of the key, pass it off to Flowers. High ball screen from Slavonkinen. Flowers back to Slavonkinen for three. Off the rim, it's no good. Rebound, Tanner Haverfield. He'll pass it off to Clark. Clark taking up the court. Coach Mike Larson signals, hey, man, pick up the tempo a little bit. Clark to the corner. Three-pointer up from Stevenson. Off the rim, no good. Great contest there by Ifeanyi Okeke. His length is great for stretching out and getting in the face of those deep shots. Shamrock Campbell setting up the offense down at the other end for the Saints. He passes near side. It's Guy Pedra. Pedra to Okeke at the top of the key. Okeke, now Flowers. Flowers to Okeke. Okeke pump fakes, puts up a shot, knocks it in, and good for two. Ifeanyi Okeke knocks down the contested bucket from about 4 feet away. And the Saints lead by 4 once again, 11-7, 14:55 left here in the first half. Max Clark, three-pointer up. His three is no good off the wing. Rebound, though, brought down by Slavonkinen.
That's already 4 rebounds for Jovan.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
He's coming to play tonight. Flowers, top of the key, with it is Okeke. Back to Pedra. Pedra on the drive, puts it up off the glass, no good, but a blocking foul called as Haverfield looked like he was coming from the help side in that restricted area. So blocking foul called, and Dennis Flowers will step to the line to shoot two. Before we look into that, though, just a reminder that you're listening to Carroll College Basketball on Rewind 94.9. You can listen online at kcap.com. We're also broadcasting tonight in Dillon on 1490 KDBM Dillon as Pedra's first free throw is up and good. And this broadcast is brought to you in part by Furniture Showroom. Why pay more? Every day is a great day to buy new home furnishings at Furniture Showroom. John Lagerquist, Realtor at Century 21 Heritage Realty, serving all of your real estate needs from homes, commercials, farms, ranches, and land. Call John at 439-0650, and Overland Express Restaurant, serving Helena dinners since 1975. Don't forget about their famous dragon wings. You can try those tomorrow night. It's Bulldog basketball as they take it up the floor. With the ball, Stevenson. Stevenson inside, gets it to Miller. Miller dumps it off.
Great hustle defense by Carroll there.
Yeah, they forced the turnover. They got it inside to Jock, and nice hustle by the Saints to get to him on the baseline and knock that ball out.
They swarmed that time.
Here comes Shamrock Campbell taking it up the court for the Saints. Campbell gets the screen from Okeke, works near side. Here comes Mark Guzlikak setting the screen. A foul called, though. Looks like they'll get Coulter Miller for that one as he kind of bit on the screen. They tried to switch him, and he fouled Shamrock, so the Saints will inbound from the near sideline. Pedra, near side will inbound. Substitution in for the Bulldogs, that's Carlos Allen. He's a sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia, from College of the Sequoias, 6'4" guard. Campbell gets the screen from Murat. Campbell works close to the half-court court line. Back to Slavonkinen. Slavonkinen on the crossover, posts up, kicks it out. Campbell on the drive, puts up a runner, and he knocks it down. Shamrock Campbell in on that mid-range jumper.
And
it's very hard to be stopped.
And set up real nicely by Jovan. You know, Jovan, that's
making his teammates better.
Yeah, that's what we're.
8-point Saints lead, 15-7, 13.5 minutes left here in the first half. We got a foul, I believe, on the floor.
I think Shamrock held his man.
Shamrock. That's his first. And that'll bring us to immediate timeout. So we'll go ahead and take a break for 60 seconds. 13:31 left in the first half. Carroll leads 15-7. You're listening to Saints basketball on Rewind 94.9 FM, online at kcap.com, and at 1490 KDBM Dillon.
This John Marcus was Seffi 21. Sometimes religion can make you feel like it's wrong. In pleasant heavy sources, but it gives our Heavenly Father
Game 2 of tonight's Frontier Conference doubleheader between Carroll College and University of Montana Western. 13:31 on the clock here in the first half. The Bulldogs will take the ball out of the timeout as the Saints lead 15-7. With the ball now is Allen. Allen does a little crossover, gets it to the top of the key. With it now is Logan Dreyer. Pass back to Allen. Allen on the drive, and he picks up that foot, a little traveling violation. The Saints will get the ball back and looking to make this a double-digit ball game. Shamrock Campbell taking it up the court. Hands it off to Slavankinen, top of the key. Here's Slavankinen on the drive, puts it up with his left. Great screen there from Murat to get Jovan the good look from the block.
Murat is one of those wide body guys. He's just a freshman, but he is very strong.
Bulldogs basketball as they get it up the court. Inside with it is Jalen Hodges. Hodges kicks it out, three-pointer up from Jock. It's no good. Rebound brought down by the Bulldogs. It's Carlos Allen. That's Jovan's first foul there, 17-7. Max Clark will inbound. Jock to the top of the key. Max Clark. Clark to Jock. Inside, it's stolen by Okeke. Okeke's got it in transition. He takes it coast to coast, picks up his dribble, gets it to Pedro. Pedro, a runner, no good. He tips it back in though, and that's no good. Rebound brought down by the Bulldogs. No bucket there in transition for the Saints. Clark up to the top, handing it to Hodges. His shot's no good. Rebound brought down by the Saints. Campbell up to the other end. Back to Pedro, now to Campbell again. Here's Campbell. Steps back, gets it into Slavankinen, off the glass, and in for two. Campbell with the bucket, and we got a player slow to get up. It's Max Clark, but he'll make his way to the bench, so good to see he's okay, hopefully. We wish him nothing but the best, of course. 19-7, the Saints lead by 12.
Western is not getting an awful lot of good looks at the basket right now. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yep.
We're all good. We got Charlie checking in with us, making sure the stats are all good. And I tell you, in this setting, when we're shorthanded, the AD doing the little things to put on a better product here in the PE Center, so we appreciate him.
And we are shorthanded with our students and you know, a couple of other developments. But Charlie Gross, the athletic director here, you know, he's not afraid of getting his hands dirty.
No.
He'll get in and do whatever needs to get done to get the job done.
Western will inbound the ball from the baseline as Murat Guzlikak got called for the foul. Here's an inbound pass from the baseline. They get it into Hodges. Hodges' shot is up and no good, but Hodges will draw the foul and go to the line to shoot two.
And that's the first time we've seen Hodges really even get a touch.
Yeah, he had one quick shot early on, but it wasn't much. He was like a deep mid-range jumper.
Just the defense of Carroll so far has been the story of this first half.
Stepping to the line is Hodges. His first free throw is up. Off the rim, no good before he takes his second. Just a reminder that you're listening to Carroll College basketball on Rewind 94.9 FM, online at kcap.com, which is brought to you in part by Range 406, Helena's premier gun and hunting equipment store, along with 8 indoor shooting ranges for your enjoyment. It's the bright green building on the way to the bowling alley. And Mike Miller State Farm Insurance at 900 North Last Chance Gulch. Call Mike with any questions at 442-9900. Second free throw missed. It's rebounded by the Saints, and Shamrock Campbell will get it to Affelwork to take it across the timeline for the Saints. Long pass, first Slavonkanen, hits off his hand, goes out of bounds, and Western will get the ball back on the turnover there by the Saints, but still a 12-point Carroll lead, 19-7 here with 11:45 left in the first half.
Well, that'll turnover go charge to Malachi, but he's thinking, geez, Jovan, I thought you could have caught that one.
It's the old football logic. If it hits the hands, then maybe it's got to be caught. Down to the other end, Haverfield takes a pull-up jumper. It's no good. That's Michael Haverfield on that one. Rebound, Shamrock Campbell. He'll get it to Affelwork. Affelwork comes in, plays kind of that second point guard position, allows Shamrock to play a lot of off-ball for the Saints. So they get it into Slavonkanen. Slavonkanen drives, spin move, little baby hook, no good. Offensive rebound, Temple. His shot up is no good, but Temple gets another offensive board, puts it back in for 2. That's a big bucket there for Temple
and
to get him going.
And he didn't hesitate that time. He just went right back up with it.
21-7. It's a Saints lead by 14. 11 minutes left in the first half. Bulldogs basketball. Hodges triple teamed there on the dribble.
Malachi that time got in there with a double team, caused some problems.
I like what Malachi brings off the bench for this team.
But he is a pure point guard.
And very comfortable in his role too.
Yeah, he's a pure point.
30 seconds.
See, we got a 30-second timeout called by Coach Mike Larson, but we're just going to go ahead and keep it here because it's a short one, unless they say it's immediate timeout, but we haven't gotten that yet. Nope, no media, so we're going to keep it right here. 21-7, the Saints in the driver's seat by 14. And it's about the equivalent to halfway through the first half, 10:55 on the clock. So we'll look at some stats here, quarter way through the game, and looking at some individual numbers. Shamrock Campbell leading all scorers with 7 points. Right behind him for the Saints, 3 guys with 4. Guy Pedro's got 4. Brendan Temple's got 4. Jovan Slavonkanen has 4. And Jovan already with 5 rebounds here, only about 9 minutes into this game. So, if you're Coach Paulson, you got a 14-point lead. You got to like what you're seeing from your guys right now.
The defense has been really suffocating right now. Western just not getting the kind of looks that they want to get. They're trying to find some place where they have an advantage, and so far they haven't been able to find any chinks in the Carroll defense.
Malachi Affelwork will take it up the court out of the timeout. Affelwork up the court, passes to the near side. It's Campbell. Flowers the third with it. Top of the key. Here's Affelwork again, back to Flowers. Flowers back to Affelwork. Malachi inside, he gets it to Slavonkanen. Slavonkanen outside to Campbell. Pump fake by Shamrock, and Campbell is called for a travel as Western will take the ball back.
Western jumped into his zone that time. Carroll wasn't quite as comfortable as they have been against the man. They might see a little more of that zone if that keeps working for them.
Here's Max Clark running the point. He gets it up, kicks it out, 3-pointer from the corner, and that is knocked down that time by Jamal Stevenson. 21-10, it's 11-point Saints lead now. Back down from 14, which is the game high. Shamrock Campbell up the court, 10 minutes on the clock here in the first half. He passes to Flowers, far side. Flowers to Campbell. Campbell back to Flowers, now to Affelwork, back to Flowers. They're just swinging around outside. Inside they go to Slavonkanen. Slavonkanen dumps it off to Temple in the high-low. Temple off the glass, and it's good for 2.
I'm just so impressed with Jovan's passing today. I haven't seen him be that, he just got a great court awareness. Just a super drop-off pass there.
Playing some very selfless basketball tonight is Jovan.
Interior passing is the hardest kind of passing in basketball.
That's why Tim Duncan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar were so good. Down on the other end, 3-pointer up and good for Michael Haverfield. But, that's something that when a big can pass that well, we saw with Jamie in the last game. We see it every night in the NBA with Nikola Jokic. It's noticeable. Malachi Affelwork passes to Temple. Temple, cross-court pass to Slavonkanen. Slavonkanen drives, puts it up. No good. Rebound, Temple. Temple goes back up with it, and he is fouled by Tanner Haverfield. So Temple will go to the line for 2. And there it is again. Brendan Temple, coach, not hesitating to go up with that one.
Going right up with it. Yep.
So got to be a good sign for this Carroll basketball team when Temple's playing good ball. He's a dangerous weapon. He's another big, passes the ball well, and he can also step out and shoot it a little bit. Temple's first free throw up. And no good off the back rim. Guy Pedro checking into the game, as well as Jock. Temple will shoot one more. Saints with a 10-point lead with 9 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the first half. Second free throw, no good. So unlucky trip for Temple there at the charity stripe. Saints lead by 10, however, 23-13. And of note, Tanner Haverfield just got his second foul, so I imagine he'll spend a lot of time on the bench remaining in this half. Max Clark for three on the other end. It's no good off the rim. Rebound brought down that time by Jamal Stevenson. He puts it back up, though. His shot's no good, but he draws a foul. Jamal Stevenson will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
And Carroll giving up 2 offensive rebounds there. I think Coach Paulson, in his pregame talk with you, Daniel, really talked about their defensive rebounding and boxing out. He is not going to be happy with that possession.
No, and his coat's off now. He's got the jacket off. It's usually around this time in the game. Sometimes it's like 4 or 5 minutes in the game. This time, 8:53 mark, it's coming off. Unless I missed it, but it looked like he just put it on the chair there. So 23-13. Free throw coming here from Jamal Stevenson. He puts it up, and that one's no good. Rebound brought down by Okeke. It's still a 10-point Saints lead. 23-13 is the score. Campbell, far side to Flowers. It's Flowers back to Campbell at the top of the key to Flowers once again. Here's Flowers on the dribble, gets to Pedra. Pedra, comfortable as all with his ball or with the ball in his hands. He passes it over to Slavankinen. Slavankinen drives it and is fouled on the floor. The Saints will inbound from the far sideline. That's Michael Haverfield's first foul.
And that time, Western was in a box and one on Jovan. Man-to-man, a chaser on Jovan, and the other 4 guys in a zone.
Box and one, huh?
Box and one.
At least a modified one.
Yeah.
Murat Guzulakic back in the game, and I imagine that's to probably set some off-ball screens. And there he is setting the high ball screen for Shamrock. Shamrock to Dennis Flowers III, back to Okeke, now inside to Guzulakic. He passes it out to Campbell. Campbell on the dribble, drives, puts up a runner off the glass, no good. Rebound brought down by Guzulakic. He's on the ground. Saints got to call a timeout, but the tie-up first, possession arrow favors Carroll. So, Murat Guzulakic.
Great hustle.
Wow.
Guzulakic, is that how you pronounce it? Guzulakic?
I believe so. You know, I've kind of been all over the place, but that's what I've been told, you know, with my inner Carroll sources.
From Istanbul, I think Sinan Guler helped recruit him.
Shout out to Sinan Guler. I hope he's watching tonight. Dennis Flowers out of the inbound, takes a step back, three, and
that's the
knocks it
kind
down.
of stuff Dennis can do. Dennis can get his own shot when he wants to.
That's a move out of the NBA right there.
That's the
step
stuff
back. He crossed over through his legs, pulled it back on a string, and boom, knocked it down. Michael Haverfield for 3 on the other end for the Bulldogs. It's no good. Rebound brought down by Coulter Miller. Here's a drive. Clark kicks. Jock for 3 from the corner, and it's good.
I got my eye on Ifani Okeke, and you know, he's got to be a little more of a factor, defensive rebounding. All that athletic talent he's got.
Dennis Flowers on the drive. Oh my! He
Great
put
block.
up the little lay-in there, and flying out of left field was Michael Haverfield, pinned it off the glass. Speaking of things we see in NBA games, in the traveling violation on the other end on Coulter Miller, this game is moving fast, Coach Turcotte, but we're trying to keep up here.
Well, I think we were talking about Ifani, and I know Coach Paulson isn't happy with his rebounding, and Ifani is the most athletic big we have.
Maybe the most athletic player.
Yeah, and I'd like to see him get a little more active on those boards.
Dennis Flowers III, near side, passes it into Guzulakic. And an offensive foul call. Looks like they got Murat for a moving screen there.
Offensive foul, Murat Guzulakic.
Jovan will check back in. Guzulakic will go to the bench. Bulldog basketball taking it up the floor will be Max Clark. Clark guarded by Dennis Flowers at the half-court mark. He takes it up, passes it off to Hodges on the elbow. Hodges drives, puts it up off the glass, and good for 2. That's a nice move there to the glass by Hodges to cut it back to a single-digit Carroll lead, 26-18. 6:42 left here in the half. Campbell near side. It's Flowers now. Flowers looking for Campbell. Doesn't find him, instead gets to Pedro. Pedro inside to Slavankinen, one-on-one with Hodges. Slavonkinen posts up, turnaround, baby hook off the glass, no good. Rebound, OKK, he goes right back up with it. His is no good, but going up to tip it in is Jovan Slavonkinen. Big bucket there by Jovan to cut the game or extend the lead, I should say, back to a 10-point Carroll lead. Jock to the other end, kicks it out to Clark. Clark, near side, he passes it over to Allen. Allen crosses over, back to Clark. Clark, runner, no good. Rebound, Slavonkinen. How about Jovan? 6 rebounds now on the ball game. OKK drives, kicks. Oh, a no-look pass to Campbell for 3, and he knocks it down. Great pass, great shot by Shamrock Campbell, and the Saints leads back up to 13.
Real nice find by Ifani.
I tell you, when Campbell gets those open looks, his jumper's automatic. And I mean, I know he's always been able to shoot, but it seems like he's gotten even better in that aspect since his freshman year.
There's a nice rebound by Ifani.
Jock with the miss. Ifani pulls it down. Flowers near side with the ball. Flowers works to the top of the key. Passes it to the far side. This time it's Shamrock Campbell. Campbell dumps it into OKK. Give and go back to Campbell. Campbell takes it underneath. Kicks it. Guy Pedra. 3. Yes! Guy Pedra from deep. And I tell you, Guy Pedra's smile when he knocks down those shots is contagious, man.
Well, there's another kid that doesn't play like a freshman. He and Marat, those kids have got a future here. I just love their game. Both of them.
Full timeout called, so we'll go ahead and take it as well. We'll step away for 60 seconds. 34-18. The Saints lead the Bulldogs. Thanks for listening. It's Carroll College basketball on Rewind 94.9, KCAP.com, and also in Dillon on 1490 KDBM Dillon.
It's that time again. A new year, a new you. A very nice sleep is combination of healthier you.
We're 15 minutes into this game, and Western's only scored 18. This is a defensive masterclass right now from the Saints. Western with the ball. Michael Haverfield near side gets the screen from Miller. Kicks it back out. With it is Allen now. Allen passes it, stolen by Slavonkinen. He saves it and accidentally throws it off the ref. And the ball went out of bounds there. Jovan stepped out of bounds, but Jovan just kind of caressed the ref after he threw it at him on accident. Kind of a my bad. Getting good graces with the ref, though, always a good idea when you get the chance. Haverfield inbounds from the sideline. Gets it back. Michael Haverfield on the drive. Tries to get inside to Hodges. It's stolen by OKK. Nice job on help defense there by the Saints to force the turnover. 34-18. Saints in the driver's seat and with the ball. OKK picks it up, puts it on the ground, posting up on Miller. Little turnaround, goes up with it. And that should be goaltending, right?
It could have been. They're going to have to talk it over. They are talking it over now.
So there was a foul on the shot. It was a fadeaway by OKK.
They're saying it was on the ground. I think that's what they're going to say. No, maybe not.
I would say there's no way that foul was on the ground. He had that fadeaway, but
yeah, but it could have been goaltending too. But it probably looked like the ball wasn't going to go in, but the ball was definitely on its way down when he went up and got it.
Yeah, I guess I'm. Oh, yes, it is just one free throw. They didn't count the basket, so OKK's first free throw is up and no good unless no, because we're not in the bonus yet.
No,
it's only 6 fouls.
1 and 1.
Yeah, so no bonus. Let's go ahead and clarify that. No bonus.
Yeah.
The foul was on the shot. They did give the Saints 2 points for goaltending, 36-18. That's huge.
It is big.
OKK's free throw no good. a lot to unpack there. Sometimes those sticky situations happen, and our YouTube audience can see all of it unfold. But for the people on the radio, you really have to try and break down everything. So I'm trying not to miss any bases there. Here's a drive kick for Western out to Michael Haverfield. His three is up, and he knocks it down. And I tell you, Michael Haverfield, he's impressive tonight.
He's a nice-looking player.
Leading the Bulldogs right now. He's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's just a freshman.
Shamrock Campbell to the other end for the Saints. He passes it off to Slovankin, top of the key. Saints lead by 15. Here's Jovan on the drive. Turnaround, baby hook with his left. No good. Rebound, Okeke. He goes back up with it and draws the contact. Ifani Okeke will go ahead and step to the line for 2. And Okeke doing a really good job drawing contact. He's frustrating this Western defense.
Well, Carroll's running their offense better than I have seen them in the games that I've watched them previously. They're just, much more certain. They're getting the ball at the spots that they want to get it in. Yeah.
Ifani Okeke at the line. Looking to extend this 15-point Saints lead. His first free throw goes up, and he knocks it in. He'll shoot one more. Checking in for Western will be Grayson Nelson, a 6'7" sophomore. Originally from First Idaho, he's here on a transfer from Columbia Basin College. Guy Pedro will sub out. Checking in for him will be Brendan Temple. Temple having a nice little game so far. Okeke's free throw is up, and he knocks it down, so he hits both. He missed that free throw on his and one opportunity. It was no good, but he knocked down 2 there, so making up for it early on. Down to the other end, it's Michael Haverfield, guarded by Shamrock. Campbell steals the ball, gets to Okeke in transition. Okeke gets it to Slovankin, but it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Grayson Nelson, so the Saints will keep an inbound from the baseline. Slovankin inbounding near sideline. Over the top, he gets it to Okeke. Okeke now over to Campbell. Campbell hands it off to Slovankin. Here's Slovankin on the dribble drive. Pump fakes, puts it up off the glass, no good. Okeke tries to tip it back in, but he can't get it to fall. So no luck there for the Saints. They still lead by 17, 38-21. Good ball movement there by the Bulldogs. Allen tries to drive from the corner, but getting in position to drive, got that back foot out of bounds, so a turnover as he stepped out. And now checking back into the game is Trayton Paxton. He's a sophomore out of Riverton, Wyoming, transfer from Central Wyoming College. Campbell up the court, near side, passes it to Okeke. Okeke hands it back off to Campbell, top of the key. Now Slovankin with it. Jovan back to Campbell, far side. Campbell on the wing, gets to Slovankin for 3. Yes! Jovan Slovankin from downtown, and the Saints lead is now to game high 20 points. Their offense
and Jovan is he's letting the game come to him. In some ways, this is one of the best all-around games I've seen him play this year.
It's a zen moment for Jovan.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing good defense. He's passing the ball well. He's helping his teammates.
Drive from Allen. He kicks it out. Three-pointer from Max Clark, and he buries it from the top of the key. 41-24.
I think Western likes it. I think Coach Mike Larson, he likes the thought of him shooting them. And they're jumped back into their zone here.
I'll tell you, Clark is a good player.
Yeah.
He's jumped off the page last year. Nice pass from Slovankin into Temple. Temple goes up with it and draws the foul. And, right there, you talk about the game coming to Jovan.
Yeah.
He took his time letting that play develop, and all of a sudden, boom, there's Temple leaking to the hoop. And help defender was a little late getting there. There's a block. But Jovan finding Temple cutting there. Very impressive.
Well, Jovan's one of those guys that wants to play at the next level. That's his goal. Europe, I think that's realistic. If he plays like he's playing right now, he's playing good defense. He's making his teammates better. He's making shots. He's rebounding.
Temple's first free throw's up and good. The guy was a 6-time Conference Player of the Week last year.
Yeah.
And I think he was snubbed from the first team All-Conference. He ended up on second team.
That was terrible. Who was voting for that missed that?
Not me. Max Clark up the other end after the second make from Temple. Clark working to the top of the key. Inside he gets to Jock. Jock on the drive, and a foul called on Campbell.
You know, that's his second. He's got to be careful. It's interesting to see if Coach Paulson takes him out.
Well, you know, I talked about it last weekend because Campbell got his first foul late in one of the games on Saturday or Sunday. And with Shamrock, it's like he either doesn't foul the whole game or he has these weird outlier games where he ends up in foul trouble by halftime.
Yeah.
It's feast or famine, really. Jock at the free throw line. His first free throw is up, and he knocks it in. He'll shoot one more.
Yeah, and Malachi's in for him now, so that's probably a smart substitution. You don't want Shamrock picking up 3 fouls the first half.
Jock, stepping back to the stripe. Puts it up, and he knocks it down. So the score now, 43-26. The Saints leading by 17. It's Afwerk, pass off to Slavankinen. Slavankinen works to the far side, pass to Pedra. To Slavankinen again. Jovan on the drive, puts it up with his left, off the rim, and gets the roll.
Tough shot.
And Jovan Slavankinen just playing a very nice, well-rounded ball game tonight. I know we sound like a broken record, but he really is playing great.
And with Shamrock out, he knows he's got to do a little more.
Three-pointer up, no good that time from Carlos Allen, rebounded by Slavankinen. And it's kind of like what Shamrock used to do when Dane was off the floor. That's what Jovan's doing now for Shamrock. Things come in full circle. That's what happens when you have a good culture in a program like Coach Paulson does. Afwerk to Okeke on the elbow. Okeke to Temple. Temple looking for the entry pass to Slavankinen. It's stolen by Tanner Haverfield. Here comes Haverfield up the floor. He passes it over to Clark. Clark kicks it up top to Haverfield. Now to Allen. Allen looking to drive on Okeke. Posting up now. He looks to pass it outside to Haverfield. It's stolen by Slavankinen. So now, 27 seconds on the shot clock, 40 seconds on the game clock. Saints lead by 19. Their game high lead is 20. Afwerk. Top of the key. Taking his time. Saints setting up their offense. And a timeout is called by Coach Paulson. So the Saints will, with 13 seconds on the shot clock, drop a nice little play and try and get this up above 20 points before the half. 30-second timeout called, so Gary, we'll keep it right here. Don't forget, coming up next, we'll have the halftime show, of course. We'll take a look at the stats. The stats are working well now. Big shout out to Ben Dagg and Spencer Swaim, two student athletes who are doing the stats tonight. They were working hard to get the live stats fixed, to get everything going. You know, sometimes those programs can be finicky, so proud of them.
It's been a while since Carroll's had a home basketball game, you know, and it.
Thanksgiving weekend. I mean, we were there Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
So that was what, November 26th, give or take? I think Thanksgiving might have been on the 26th, so the 27th and 28th.
And we're home tomorrow, and then we're home next week, right?
Yeah, Tech, I believe, is coming to our place next week.
With Friday, Saturday, Sunday again?
Saturday, Sunday. It should be same schedule, 5 and 7, 2 and 4. But thanks to the guys on the stats, though, we're going to go over those at halftime. Of course, Gary's going to offer his expert analysis, as he always does. Malachi Afwerk, pass to the corner. It's Flowers on the drive baseline. His shot is up, no good. Rebound brought down by the Bulldogs. 13 seconds on the clock here in the half. Allen passes to Clark. Clark across midcourt, gets it up to the top to Stevenson. Stevenson kicks. Clark for three. Yes, with 2 seconds on the clock. Clark buries it, and the clock will run out here in the PE Center. Your score at halftime, Carroll 45, Montana Western 29. We're going to go ahead and take a break for 2 minutes, but when we come back, we'll take a look at the stats, give our analysis of the first half. We'll let Gary point out some things that are jumping off the stat sheet at him. We'll look ahead to the second half. All that and so much more here on the Carroll College Halftime Show as the Saints lead 45-26. We'll step away for 2 minutes, and we'll be back. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and 1490 KDBM Dillon, also on KCAP.com.
You will be in the right place at the right time. Shit started.
Rewind.
Broadcast booth, Daniel Sally, joined by the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte. 45-29, the Saints lead. So we're bringing you Frontier Conference action here from Helena, Montana, inside the PE Center. Going right to left out of the break will be University of Montana Western. Max Clark leading the charge on offense for them. He kicks it out to the corner. Good swing up to Tanner Haverfield for three, and a big bucket to start off the half by Tanner Haverfield to cut it to a 13-point Saints lead here, 20 seconds into the second half. Shamrock Campbell to Pedra. Inside they go to Slovankinen. Slovankinen posts up, kicks it out. Flowers pump fakes, drives, looks to dump it off. The ball's loose. Temple saves it from going out of bounds. Heads up play there from Temple. Slovankinen now top of the key. Passes to Pedra, now over to Campbell in the corner. Campbell on the drive. Little pull-up jumper off the rim. It's no good. Rebound brought down by the Bulldogs. It's Hodges. Hodges out to Clark. Clark on the drive, kicks it out. Michael Haverfield on the drive, pump fakes. Haverfield back outside to Clark. Clark guarded by Campbell now, top of the key. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs. They get it to Stevenson. Stevenson on the drive, puts it up, fouled by Pedra, and knocks down the bucket. And just like that, I mean, a three from Haverfield, now a bucket, and a chance for a three-point play, this time by Stevenson. And you mentioned those first 3 minutes, Gary. Well, how about the first 1 minute and 4 seconds with Western having a chance to cut this to a 10-point game?
It's just amazing that the first 3 minutes, that second half, I don't know what it is, but it was always when I was coaching.
If you had to write a basketball gospel, this would be your first chapter.
It would be the first 3 minutes of the second half. Yeah, it's just, I worried about it more than anything.
Shamrock Campbell up the other end of the floor. Far wing with the ball. He works it back to the top of the key, passes it off to Flowers. Dennis Flowers the third. Guarded by Michael Haverfield. Flowers taking his time, setting up the offense, letting the motion go. Slovankinen gets it, baseline, man up with Haverfield. He drives, little turnaround off the glass, and a nice move to get the bucket there by Slovankinen.
Great patience by Jovan, great patience.
And right there, I mean, that's Coach Paulson saying we need a bucket, and Jovan's playing great right now. We're going to get him the ball, and we're going to make sure of it. The other end, oh wow, Hodges goes up and lands it.
Holy cow.
Slams it down with two hands. Oh. Scratches his back on the cockback that time.
My goodness.
Incredible by Hodges. I didn't know he had bounce like that.
That was some major bounce.
And just, it wasn't really on the run either, just kind of stepped into it. Slovankinen on the other end takes a spin move and is called for a charge. That's a nice job by Tanner Haverfield getting over there too.
Good timeout by Coach Paulson right there.
Timeout called.
Could feel the momentum switching.
Yeah. And is it a 30 or full? Now the people at the scorers table are confused.
It looks like he wants a full timeout.
Full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take it as well. 11-point Saints lead, 47-36. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on Rewind 94.9 and 1490 KDBM Dillon. Western Bulldogs 47-36. Thanks again to those of you tuning in Dillon on 1490 KDBM Dillon. Also all of our listeners on the YouTube channel for Carroll Athletics, the Fighting Saints Network as it's called. We appreciate you guys as well. 47-36. Here's the drive by Western out of the timeout, and it's Hodges who puts it up and knocks it in for two. 17:38 left in the second half.
I think that dunk kind of got him motivated here a little bit. He could be a handful.
Yeah, he looks good now. They're setting him loose inside. It's a single-digit ball game for the first time since about halfway through the first half. Dennis Flowers III on the dribble, takes a pull-up jumper, and he knocks it down. And sometimes I think that's where Dennis is best, creating his own shot. He's just a great shot creator.
And Carroll's going to jump into their 1-1-3 zone here.
Oh,
I guess it's more of a 1-3-1.
The 1-3-1 is my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, then they put Okeke up on top, and he is a handful to get the ball by him. He's so long.
The traveling violation called on Clark.
Yeah.
And it's cool that they changed it up because last year they put Dennis up top and had Ifani running the baseline with Campbell in the middle. So you'd have Campbell going up against these power forwards, getting the ball on the elbow. But it was so effective. But now Okeke up top, I like the way they've changed up that 1-3-1. I mean, the 1-3-1 zone defense is like my favorite thing in all of basketball. So I get excited when I see it. Flowers, top of the key. Off the dribble, gets by Haverfield. Another step back jumper for Flowers. That time off the rim, it's no good. 16.5 minutes left in the ball game now. Saints lead by 11. Inside they go to Hodges. Hodges gets an easy little bunny there. Knocks it in for two, and it's back to a 9-point game. Campbell running the point for the Saints. Passes it near side. It's Pedra. Pedra, top of the key. Being defended by Stevenson. He passes to Campbell. Campbell on the elbow, back out to Flowers. Flowers off the dribble. Passes it to Campbell. Campbell gets the screen. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Campbell, Flowers. Flowers got to put one up. Throws up a runner, and a charge called. As Hodges got in front there and drew the contact. Knew Flowers was going to have a rush shot there. And honestly, they might have been better off that time just taking the shot clock violation if they're going to get a foul on Dennis. That's only his first, though, so no harm done.
Well, there's no question Western is playing with an awful lot of energy defensively right now. Energy that we didn't see the first half. I mean, they're getting after it. They got their heads up. They're excited.
Western with the ball. It's Max Clark taking up the court. Murat Guzulokak checking in the game for the Saints. Clark kicks it out. Haverfield now a rotation over to Paxton. Creighton Paxton for three, and he knocks it down. And just like that, Gary, we got a 6-point ball game, 49-43.
A game of runs, right?
Hey, you said it, not me. Sylvankanen on the drive, and he is fouled on the floor. And it's amazing. I mean, Carroll had, let's see, I don't think Carroll scored. They scored 4 points in the second half. It was 46 or 45-29, 45-29 at halftime.
Yeah.
And Western outscoring Carroll 14-4 to start off this half. I mean, that's not a great start. Campbell gets the inbound in the corner, gets it into Flowers. Flowers double team, gets it over to Okeke. Okeke gets it back out to Flowers. Shot clock at 10. The ref ran into Flowers, but he gets the ball back. 8 seconds on the shot clock now. High screen from Murat. Okeke, or Sylvankanen, excuse me. His three is up, and he knocks it down.
Big three by Jovan.
And that's how you stop the bleeding right there. Get the ball in the hands of one of your best players and let him make you pay with a deep ball. Max Clark on the drive. Kicks it out. Three-pointer from Stevenson. It's no good. Guzulakic with the rebound. Gets it out to Dennis Flowers III. Good ball movement by the Saints. Shamrock over to Okeke. Okeke looks to run a high-low with Guzulakic and can't get it to him. It's stolen by the Bulldogs, but a long pass up to Max Clark, pins him in the corner. He steps in, takes a three off the rim. It's no good. Guzulakic with the rebound.
That was not a good shot.
No. If he would have got it in transition and just had a clear way to the hoop,
that was
yes, please take it.
That was a 1-on-4.
That's the opposite of having numbers in transition is what it is. Out of bounds, last touch by the Bulldogs. The Saints will keep it on the baseline. And now checking into the game, there's our guy. We talked about it during the break. Jaden Lieberg checking in. Very good young man. He played some great minutes over the weekend.
Probably one of the most popular athletes on the campus.
Yeah, I got to know him a little bit when I was a senior in college, and he was still in school. And just a nice kid. He's great to have around. Jaden Lieberg inbounding from the baseline, gets it to the top of the key. With it is Slavankinen. Slavankinen takes his dribble. I know Lieberg wearing that number 0. He's a big Russell Westbrook fan. He passes to the wing. It's Shamrock Campbell. Campbell gets the high screen from Guzlakic. Inside they go back to him. Off the glass and no good. Guzlakic tips it back. It's no good again, but he gets another offensive rebound, but it's stolen by the Bulldogs. And really a nice high pick and roll there executed by Sham and Marat, but the shot does not fall. Here comes Okeke up the other end of the floor. He does a little Euro step off the glass and good. Nice steal and bucket there by Afani and great footwork in transition.
That looked like Ante Petunko, the
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, that was the big step.
3-point from the corner is up, and that one is good. Knocked down by Trayton Paxton. And I tell you, they lose one shooter in Derek DeRocher. They bring back Trayton Paxton. They got another one.
Those guys don't even, they're just pure.
Shamrock Campbell, top of the key. Kicks it out, Slavankinen. Slavankinen off the dribble, does a little crossover, works up the left side, kicks it out to Campbell. Campbell goes baseline, kicks it out, Slavankinen for 3. Off the rim, it's no good. Rebound, Okeke. Okeke kicks it out, Lieberg. Back to Campbell for 3. Yes! Shamrock Campbell from downtown.
Big time rebound by Yufani Okeke there to get Carroll that second opportunity.
30-second timeout called by Coach Paulson, but they're going to extend it to a media timeout. At least that's what they're signaling at the scores table. Of course, there's another confusion here. Wouldn't mind getting an answer. And now they're going to say full. So we'll step aside for 60 seconds. Saints lead 57-46, 12:57 left here on Rewind 94.9 and 1490 KDBM Dillon. Starting at 1:45, drive from Jockey, puts up a runner, it's no good. Rebound, Jaden Lieberg, and he passes it over to Campbell. Campbell will take it up the court for the Saints. Campbell out there with Temple, Slavankinen, Okeke, and Lieberg. Campbell top of the key again. Passes out to Lieberg. Lieberg on the drive, kicks, Slavankinen, 3, got it! Jovan Slavankinen from deep.
Jason Lieberg with an assist there. He got into the stats.
There you go, 12:15 left on the clock. A nice vision there. Saw the cut out to the outside and just dumped it right off to Jovan. Inside they go. Kick, three-pointer, Trayton Paxton, and he knocks it down. Trayton Paxton from the wing.
And you can't leave him like that. You can't leave him just wide open like that.
3 for 3 from the three-point line.
You just can't rotate off of him, because that's what he does. I mean, he's a catch-and-shoot, spot-up, three-point shooter.
Campbell, top of the key. Gets it to Slavankinen. Slavankinen inside to Temple. Temple goes inside, puts it up, and an offensive foul called. As it looked like it was Coulter Miller getting in there and setting up to take the charge.
Could have gone either way.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Max Clark checking into the game for the Bulldogs.
Max Clark.
Afwork checking in for the Saints. Jaden Lieberg will go get a breather.
Well, Jason knows he shouldn't have rotated so far off of that shooter last time.
Hodges kicks it out. Michael Haverfield with the pump fake. Makes Flowers miss. Goes in and puts it up. Oh, and here comes Hodges trying to get the putback dunk. And oh my, he was so close to taking the air out of the room here. I mean, that ball hit off the back rim, and here comes Hodges screaming down the lane. He probably jumped about 40, 43 inches in the air.
Well,
and missed the putback.
Yeah, he was a good 18 inches above the rim when he started to try to slam
that. Man has a bounce.
Yeah.
Clark inbounding from the far sideline. The ball went out of bounds, I should probably mention that. Last touch off a Saints player. Haverfield's three, no good. Rebound brought down Malachi Afwork. He passes it out to Campbell. Campbell now Okeke. Okeke on the drive. Gets it out to Afwork, now Slavankinen. Slavankinen to the corner. It's Temple out to Afwork. Now back up top to Campbell. Jovan with it again. 15 on the shot clock. He's guarded by Miller. Jovan on the drive. Kicks. Campbell. Corner three. And one! Shamrock Campbell buries it and gets the contact. And, of course, the last three he had from the wing, he looked at the ref afterwards, said he got hit on the arm. That time, there was no two ways about it. And nothing but net.
Well, he really got hammered hard. I don't know how he made that shot.
I tell you, when Shamrock starts knocking down those threes, I get excited.
Yeah. Well, that was pretty exciting right there. Because he was in the deep corner, got hammered and made the shot. Now a chance for a 4-point play.
Campbell's free throws up and he knocks it down.
That's a 4-point play.
Clark working up the court for the Bulldogs. Pass it off to Miller. Here comes Miller on the drive. Puts it up, no good. And I believe Ofani Okeke will get dinged for the foul that time. It's his second, fifth team on the Saints, so they're a couple fouls away here from going to the bonus. And as Miller steps to the line, just a reminder, you're listening to Carroll College basketball here on Rewind 94.9, which is brought to you in part by Play It Again Sports, your ski and snowboard rental headquarters. DJ's Automotive, here for you and your wheels. First Community Bank, working together for you. And Rucker's Furniture, make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture. Free throw falls, 64-51 now is the score. The Saints lead by 13. Just a little over 10 and a half minutes left in the ball game. Afterwork near corner, pass it to the top of the key. Campbell now over to Okeke. Okeke on the drive, picks up his dribble, turnaround, a little baby hook. It's no good. Ball's loose. Temple and Okeke are going for it, but Miller ends up with the board. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs, but it's stolen by Afwork. Afwork off to the races in transition, and a foul on Max Clark, getting him for a reach there.
So a little bit of the quickness there of Malachi.
I tell you, I think he's one of those guys, they redshirted him last year. But I'll tell you one thing, he's from Tacoma, Washington, went to Fife High School. If there's one thing I know about Western Washington, it's when you're recruiting guys out of there, they can ball.
Yeah.
And so Malachi, we're going to see some good basketball out of him in these next 4 years. I mean, we already have. Shamrock Campbell gets the screen from Okeke, a little roll to the hoop by Afani. Campbell hits him. Afani back out to Pedro for three, off the rim, it's no good. Rebound brought down by Clark.
Nice pass by Afani.
I'll tell you, he's had some really nice inside-out passes.
Yeah, he knows how to get his teammates shots.
Clark, top of the key, guarded by Campbell, passes it over to Hodges. Hodges taking Temple off the dribble, and that's a charge.
That's great defense by Temple. Just great defense.
Hodges tried to get straight through the key, and Temple did a great job getting in front of him and just standing his ground, really. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. And he took a heck of a shot.
Jamal Stevenson in for Western.
He's showing a little emotion. I like that.
Brendan?
Yeah.
I tell you, it's really coming together for him.
Yeah.
And last year, he was just kind of quiet, skinny kid, tall, skinny freshman, and now he's got a little weight on him, and he's getting fired up out there. Here's a drive from Pedra. Could only see the hair. Passes it out to Afwork, now Campbell. Campbell, top of the key. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Okeke. Okeke steps back, Three from the wing as the shot clock expires. That goes long. Rebound brought down by Stevenson. Here comes Stevenson to the other end. Spin move. He's picked by Afwork. Afwork
he got
gets
fouled.
by him. He got fouled.
Yeah. I think they
Late
got
Wessel, I think they're going to call Malachi for a foul.
yeah, they got the second foul right. They missed the first one.
Yeah, kind of got stonewalled there and lost his dribble.
But that was the second steal by Malachi here. And then he got
he was
fouled.
ready to take off in
Yeah, and then
transition there if he wouldn't have gotten
Yeah.
bumped.
It just happened so quickly. I just don't think the referees reacted to how quick all that action took place.
Yeah, this has been a quick game.
Yeah.
To tell you, I mean, the amount of back and forth we've seen, just a lot of explosive plays. And I sound like a football commentator now, but a lot of explosive plays, a lot of getting out in transition. So it's Western basketball. Inbounding is Clark. Clark gets it in. With it now is Hodges. Nice pass from Hodges to the cutting Stevenson, and Stevenson misses the shot. A tough contest there by Slovankin and a little contact, but no call. Driving is Afwork. Kind of lost his balance back to the basket there, waiting for Campbell to get open
I think
and travel.
Malachi needs to look for his shot a little bit more. He's, you can't always drive looking to pass, and that's what a young player will do.
And one thing, Malachi did miss a couple shots up in Great Falls, and I hope that doesn't wear on his confidence because I know he can knock him down. You and I both know that.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we have maybe a bloody nose here for Hodges. Oh, no, he's good. He's good. All right, good stuff. But that's Malachi's second foul there.
And that's 7 fouls on Carroll, so they'll be in the one-on-one here for the next 3 fouls.
Yeah, and I think they ended up calling this one a shooting foul.
Oh, did
but
they?
Going forward, they'll still be in the bonus. But Lowell did say 2 free throws over the commentary, and that's I usually go off Lowell when I'm talking about that kind of stuff.
And that's Lowell.
I trust him.
Lowell Peterson you're talking about, who's
the PA announcer.
He's been a fixture here in athletics in Helena High School and Carroll College for many years.
We love him.
We do.
We love him.
Yeah, he loves basketball. I'm telling you, there isn't anybody.
I mean, that stat website he runs for AA high school hoops is incredible. He just has all the coaches send him stats. And, I mean, when I was commentating high school games, I mean, those stats were easier to get to than some of the NAIA stats I find for the Carroll games.
He does the whole AA, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, East and West. Hodges makes them both, but we appreciate Lowell. Bottom line here, Lowell Peterson, you're the best. I hope someone shows him this. Flowers will take it up the court for the Saints. Afwork to Campbell now. Back up top, it's Afwork once again. He passes to Campbell near side. Over the top, nice pass from Slovankin and finds Temple. Pump fake and draws the foul. Brendan Temple will go to the line to shoot 2. And there's Jovan Slovankin in there, putting a little touch on that one like he's Patrick Mahomes.
I think you've heard me say it before, but the high-low pass is one of the hardest passes in basketball. You have to have it. You have to kind of teardrop it. You have to throw it high enough, but you have to be able to drop it down, and it takes a real deft touch. And that time, Jovan was right on the money.
Temple's first free throw's up, no good. Before he shoots his second one, you're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9, which is brought to you in part by Brad Schmidt, Allstate Insurance. Of course, the sponsor of our broadcast booth, 1611 Cedar in Helena. Complete insurance agency with auto, home, renters, business, life, and others. Also, A1 Rentals as Temple makes the second, so he splits the pair of free throws. It's a 12-point Carroll College lead, 65-53 with 8:13 on the clock. Hodges inside, kicks it out, 3-pointer up, and he knocks it down. That's Jamal Stevenson with that one. That's a big bucket. Cut it back to a single-digit game, 65-56. Campbell up the court, passed it off to Afwork in the wing. Afwork back to Flowers. Slovankin to Temple. Temple on the drive, puts it up off the glass and good for 2. And what a great way to use his backside to kind of clear the way for him to get that shot.
Well, he didn't hesitate there, did he?
No.
I mean, there was no hesitation.
Temple's been listening to us. Clark, top of the key. On the drive. Pass it off to Paxton. 3-pointer up that time. That one was contested by Slovankin, but a rebound by Hodges. Hodges puts up a turnaround shot, and that's no good. Down to the other end, Flowers goes over the top to Slovankin, and Slovankin posting up close to the baseline. It's almost stolen by a Western player. That's Stevenson, I believe, but he steps out of bounds, and now the Saints will get it back and inbound on the baseline. Inbounding, it's Flowers.
Ooh.
Flowers, top of the key, gets it to Temple. Half work, far side. Here's a high screen from Temple. Gets to Shlavankinen for three. No good. Jovan going for his own rebound, but it's brought down by Jock. Outside they go. It's Clark. Clark posts up, kicks it out to Stevenson. Stevenson will call play. Looking for Hodges. Guarded by Afwork. Stevenson steps back, passes it inside. Hodges posting up, takes it out to Paxton. Now to Jock. Jock posting up. Little turnaround move and a nice contest there by Brendan Temple.
Really good defense by Carroll. Like just their rotations that time were just right on. Western did a nice job of moving the ball.
Campbell to the other end. Little pick and pop attempt for Temple. Temple kicks out to Flowers, who shoots the three, and Dennis Flowers, the third, buries the triple. 70-56. The Saints lead now by 14, and that's a big bucket there by Dennis Flowers. Clark to the other end. Passes it outside to Stevenson. Stevenson on the far wing. Guarded by Campbell. He drives. Puts it up off the glass. No good. But Stevenson will go to the line and shoot two.
Foul on Shamrock. Campbell.
So they'll get Campbell for that. That's his third. Media timeout, so we'll go ahead and step away for 60 seconds. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and 1490 KDBM. Dillon, Carroll leads by 14.
Hunting season is over. Winter's coming. For you hunters or recreation.
Yeah, that's a big part of Phil's life doing Carroll games. Football, basketball, a lot of years.
You name it, he's instrumental. And that pass is stolen by Western. Stevenson drives a little out of control, pass it off to Clark, and that foul will be on the floor.
Western with the zone press after they made free throw kind of caught Carroll a little off guard, and they turned it over, and that was Shamrock, who almost never turns it over.
That's this is a rare game for Shamrock. Now he has 4 fouls, and he just turned the ball over. I mean, for someone who plays the brand of basketball that he plays, that never happens. Free throw up from Stevenson. It's no good. Front end of the 1-and-1.
And that was a big miss.
It's a big miss. Now the lead for Carroll still at 12. Pedra to Okeke. Now Campbell up top. Campbell works to the far wing, gets to Okeke. Okeke just going to take the open jumper from the top of the key, and he knocks it down. And Ifani's one of those guys, he's not looking to shoot jumpers, but if you give them to him, he's good enough to make them. 14-point Carroll lead, 72-58. Western with the ball, it's Hodges. Hodges crosses over by Slovankinen. And I tell you, for what move he just pulled off that crossover, you don't see someone do that from the block very often.
Hodges has kind of come alive this half. Carroll has done a nice job on Max Clark, who the first half I thought was Western's best player. He hasn't been able to get going, but some of the other Western players have stepped up.
Yeah, I mean, Hodges, you talk about him, he's got 10 points right now.
Yeah.
And looking at what he had at halftime, let's see here. I got him on my sheet. He had 2 points?
Yeah.
No, 0 points.
Yeah,
0 points. So he's at 10 points in the second half. That's good. I mean, I'm sure that Coach Larson at halftime was like, hey, this guy's really good. We got to get him the ball in the paint. And here we are. It's a 12-point Saints lead. Don't forget, coming up next, we'll have the post-game show built by Builders First Source. Also important to remember that tomorrow, starting at 1:45, we'll have another Frontier Conference doubleheader here at the PE Center featuring Western and Carroll. Pedra out of the timeout, passes it off to Dennis Flowers, who will take it up the floor for the Saints. Flowers works to the far side, passes it up top to Okeke. Okeke hands it off to Flowers. Flowers pulls it back, now drives. Dennis Flowers shot out of a cannon, but his shot is blocked. Hodges on the help defense. He gets to Stevenson in transition. Stevenson gets back door, puts it off the glass, and gets the two.
Great block by Hodges, who's really asserting himself this half.
I tell you, Flowers there hit a speed boost, it just rolled to the hoop, and it looked like he was just gonna have an easy two, but Hodges just flew out of left field and blocked it. Down to the other end, it's Slovankinen. Slovankinen, little baby hook with his left hand, it's no good. Rebound, Jock. Outlet pass to Max Clark. Now it's a 10-point game. Western with a chance to get within 10, and Hodges drives baseline and is fouled on the shot by Ifani Okeke.
Foul on Ifani Okeke, his third, team 10.
That's Ifani's third foul.
Line for
Hodges will shoot two.
Western got a little run right here.
Yeah, they're playing some good ball here these last couple minutes.
Well, they can get out. They can really, on a block shot, turnover board, they can really fly down.
Hodges getting it done on both ends. Hodges' first free throw is up, and he knocks it down.
Brendan Temple in for
Temple entering the game. Pedro will get a break. Hodges will shoot one more. Puts it up, and no good. So Hodges splits the pair at the charity stripe.
And Carroll with a big team in there right now.
Yeah, I like this lineup they're bringing out. They got Temple, Okeke, Age Slovankinen all on the floor at once. They do this lineup sometimes and they swap out Dennis for Gee, and they got like 4 guys over 6'6". Inbounding is Campbell looking for Temple. It's stolen though by Hodges as Jock got in the way and tipped it loose. Down the other end, Trayton Paxton open three from the corner, and that's a big break for the Saints that were missed there. Jock though gets a rebound, puts up a three. That's no good. So Western misses 2 open threes there
those
and
were
had
big.
a chance to cut it to a 6-point Carroll lead. Instead, it's still at 9. Flowers cutting, finds Temple. Foul called as Temple was rolling to the basket there.
Good
So
execution,
line to shoot two.
screen roll.
I tell you, I love when Carroll can get out there and set up those pick and rolls because they have so many options to do it. I mean, you have 3 guys out there on the court right now who can execute the pick and roll as the guard with Jovan, Dennis, and Sham. And then Jovan, Brendan, and Ifani can all come set the screen and roll the hoop as well. Temple's first free throw is no good. And the Saints, I mean, from the free throw line right now, they're 10 of 15.
Well,
Could be worse, could be better.
They've missed a few this half.
But they got to make these in crunch time. Got to make them when it counts. Temple splits the pair.
Timeout, Carroll.
So it's a 10-point lead. Full timeout called, so we'll take it as well. 3:31 on the clock. Carroll leads 73-63. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Carroll College Basketball on Rewind 94.9 FM, KCAP.com, and 1490 KDBM Dillon. The girls took care of business earlier in Helena, 81-75 with the victory. But a 10-point game with 3.5 minutes left. And Coach T, it's a game of runs. So the Saints need to hold off the Dogs here the last 3.5 minutes. Maybe go on a run of their own as Max Clark takes it across the court. Here's Hodges, she drives. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs. They get it to Clark. Good rotation by the Saints on defense. Hodges inside, backs down on Flowers. They got the mismatch they wanted, and Hodges put it in for two. OKK with it in the backcourt, gets it to Flowers. Flowers got to get it across half court. He finds Campbell. Campbell near side, pass it up top again to Flowers. High screen from Temple. Flowers comes off of it, drives, pump fakes, kicks it out to Campbell. Back to OKK now. Shot clock under 10 seconds. Now it's 6 seconds. Flowers on the dribble, crossover, draws the reach-in foul there. Did a little hezzy with that left side.
Bad foul there.
Yeah. When you get him down to 4 seconds on the shot clock, absolutely.
Yeah, Max Clark reached, and I know he will. He knows he shouldn't have. With 4 seconds left to go, he just didn't need to reach.
I mean, you saw that immediate reaction on his face. You can tell he's ugh.
And Carroll in the double bonus now. Well, no. This will be the 1-on-1.
Yeah, 18 fouls now on the Bulldogs. That is 3 fouls on Max Clark, though. However, with about 2:48 left in the game, I think he'll be all right. One free throw, front end of the 1-on-1, excuse me, coming from Dennis Flowers. He looks at the rim, puts it up, and knocks it down. He'll shoot one more now. So the ref gives it back. I tell you, I'm starting to get used to these empty gyms, but during the free throws is when you really notice it. Shot up from Flowers. That's no good. So Flowers splits the pair of free throws, knocks down the first one, and the Saints lead is back to 9. Hodges to the other end, drives, puts up a little fadeaway, no good. And that seems like a rush shot there by Hodges. Nothing doing for the Bulldogs offense. OKK up to the other end, picks up his dribble, looks to get it through to Flowers, but passes it into double coverage, and the pass up to Clark. Now the Bulldogs whip it around up top. They have it to Stevenson. Stevenson on the drive, passes off to Hodges, and Hodges throws down and dunks. Timeout called by Coach Larson.
That was a bad turnover by Ifani there. And once again, he dribbled over the half-court line, picked up his dribble, which we saw some of that in the women's game. That's a bad place to pick the ball up because you're so vulnerable. You can't throw a ball back because you're already over the half-court line. And it's a place where you're going to turn the ball over when you pick the ball up. And he did.
74-67 here in the timeout. Saints lead by 7, Coach, with 2:17 left. Now, if you're Coach Paulson, you got the ball. Who are you going to here? What's the set that you're running out of this timeout?
You're going to Ifani. No, you're going to Jovan.
I like that.
Yeah.
Jovan had 11 at halftime. He's got 19 now.
Yeah, and he hasn't had many touches here lately, and they need to get him involved. He's the guy.
He's been the guy tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you got to beat the press because Western will put the press on, and then you got to come down and get the ball in Ifani's hands, and try to get it to him in a position where he's effective.
Yeah.
The elbow would be a great spot to get it to him.
Yeah. I like when Jovan gets it on the elbow because he can throw up that pump fake and beat you off the dribble, or he can just take the shot. He shoots from a very high clip from the elbow, so it's definitely something that the Saints will look to do here as Jovan will inbound from the baseline. Back from the timeout now. Slavankinen finds Campbell. Campbell will take it up the court, gets it back to Jovan. Now Flowers. Flowers in the backcourt, stuck in that press. They get it to Slavankinen, cross half court. Slavankinen to Campbell. Campbell will take it out and slow it down, pass it over to Flowers. Shot clock at 15 seconds now for the Saints. High screen from Temple. Flowers over the top to Temple. Temple gathers on the block, turns around, puts it up, and draws the foul.
Well, he's getting better, isn't he? He's just getting better. I haven't seen him play in a while. He has improved a ton, and you told me that he had.
And you know what looked good there is him going up and getting that ball.
Yeah.
And usually it's like, boom, 2 feet down, 2 feet up, and you just like throw the shot up too fast. But he just took the time to gather on that one as he knocks down his first free throw. And the way he turned his body in midair to position on the block and to get himself in position to, one, get the defender uncomfortable, and two, get a good look.
Well, his biggest problem has been, just lack of strength because he's just young.
He's grown now.
Yeah, he's getting stronger.
Second free throw, no good from Temple. Carroll leads by 8. Hodges posting up on Flowers, takes it in, little turnaround off the rim, it's no good. Rebound brought down, Slavankinen. Slavankinen will take it across the court as he gets by Clark. Slavankinen outside to Temple. Temple, now Flowers. Saints can take their time, and we got a reach and foul on Tanner Haverfield. That's the 10th foul on the Bulldogs. And Haverfield is fouled out of the ball game. Dennis Flowers will step to the line and shoot 2. So is there a timeout?
I guess with 5 fouls, you got 30 seconds to substitute. Yeah, with the 5 fouls fouling out, you got 30 seconds to get your guy in.
Coach Larson playing a little chess,
so Coach
using it as a timeout. He said, hey, get over here.
Yeah, so he got his play set that he wants to run next time down here.
Here's Flowers at the line. Puts up the first free throw, and he knocks it down. Dennis will shoot one more. Flowers gets it back from the ref, looks up at the rim, puts it up, and he buries it. Dennis Flowers the third. Coming in clutch, knocking down 2 free throws.
Big free throws right there.
Taking up the court is Clark. Clark gets across the timeline, takes it straight to the hoop, puts up the layup. No good. Timeout called by Coach Larson. Let's see what we got here.
So that's probably a 30. Nope, it's going to take a full.
Full timeout called, so we'll go ahead and take it as well. We'll have the final 119 coming up next as the Saints lead 77-69. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on Rewind 94.9 and 1490 KBBM Dillon. here. 77-69. The Saints lead the Bulldogs by 8. Pedro inbound from the baseline. He gets into Slovankinen. Slovankinen, the ball gets tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Stevenson. Goes out of bounds. But it was last touch by the Bulldogs. Carroll will get it back. Only a couple seconds running off there. Pedro inbound from the far sideline once again. Pedro inbounds it to Campbell, who gets it up top to Slovankinen. Slovankinen working up the floor. Cuts through the lane and is fouled. So Jovan will step to the line to shoot 2. And as Jovan steps to the line, I don't want to jinx him, but I do think he'll make at least one of these. He's got 19 right now, get it up above 20. He's got 12 rebounds. And we talked before the game how important it was for him to have a big game tonight.
And he did.
And he did.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, I mean, we've seen plenty of monster games from Jovan where he's scored, 20, 25 points. He's put up, 15, 12 rebounds, whatever. But tonight was different. And
yeah.
you mentioned this a lot in the first half, but tonight was different for Jovan, where it's, sometimes he plays too fast. Tonight he slowed it down.
He made his teammates better. And the other thing I noticed is his defense is getting better. He's still not a great defender, but he is getting to be a good defender.
Definitely improved. Max Clark up the floor. He takes the 3, pull up, no good. But Slovankinen and OKK can't get the rebound. Jock puts up the putback and is fouled.
Well, Carroll's got 4 guards in the game right now, so they're a little vulnerable to the offensive boards.
They got their free throw shooters out there.
Yeah, and they got to get people that can handle against the press.
So right now it's Pedra, Flowers, and Shamrock, as well as Jovan Slovankinen and OKK.
If he can make the second free throw here, then Western can put the press on.
His first free throw is good.
Sure, Coach Mike Larson would love to get the press on one more time right here.
Jock will put up one more. And it's good. So, and they are going to bring in a sub. Carlos Allen checking in. They'll send Trayton Paxton to the bench. They've been bringing Paxton in and out for offense and defense because, he's their 3-point shooter. They need threes right now. They're down by 7. Slovankinen gets the ball. Allen goes for the steal, knocks it loose. We have a tie-up. Possession arrow luckily favors the Saints. Pedro to inbound. Some communication on the court here. Okay, we're all good. Saints will inbound. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Slovankinen gets the inbound. Nice little press break as they get it to Flowers, and Flowers gets it across midcourt. Flowers slows down, gets it over to Slovankinen. Slovankinen on the dribble and is fouled. Jovan Slovankinen will go to the line to shoot 2, and he'll have the chance now to put this game away for the Saints. I'll tell you, it'd be nice too. I mean, we split with Providence on Saturday.
Yeah.
They swept us on Sunday. It'd be nice for Carroll to come back here, first home game in the conference season, and get a sweep.
It would be. Well, this was Western came back the second half and played with an awful lot of energy here today. They could have laid down. They're down 15, 16 at halftime.
They were down, 16.
Yeah.
It was at 19, but they hit that 3 right before the half.
Yeah.
Slovankinen's first free throw is up and no good. We'll shoot one more. But no, you're totally right, and there's definitely no doubt that they're going to get up for this game tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
I mean, this Coach Larson and this Bulldogs team, they're going to be ready to play tomorrow, and the Saints are going to have to bring it. You're going to be tired, but guess what? So is the person across from you. So here's Clark on the drive, puts it up off the glass, quick bucket for 2. And another timeout called by Western.
I don't know what Coach Mike Larson's worked up about, but
looks like he wanted a foul. I heard he hit him.
Oh, he wanted an and one.
Yeah. Full timeout called, and there's 35 seconds left. We're going to go ahead and just keep it here, Gary.
Well, and one more time, Carroll. The press of Western has been pretty pesky, and they're fouling, and Carroll is could have really put this thing away, making their free throws, but they were making 1 out of 2, and then Western gets a steal every once in a while. They've cut this thing to 6-point lead. 35 seconds to go.
Yeah, right now the Saints shooting 65% from the free throw line, 17 to 26. That's 9 misses.
Yeah,
that's
too
9
many.
more than you want.
Too
But
many.
I mean, probably 5 more than you'll accept.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if they were out here right now 22, 21, and 26,
Yeah.
you live with that. But 17 and 26, that's tough. But this team is young. They've been improving from that standpoint. But this is an important possession here for the Saints. They lead by 6. Get it across half court. That's mission number 1. Get it across half court.
Yeah, and then Western will foul them and then make your free throws.
And don't forget on Thursday, 7 p.m., crosstown basketball. The Helena High and Capitol High guys. The girls game got postponed to February, but the guys will be playing on Thursday. Find that on 950 AM KCAP and 95.9 FM KCAP. Inbounding is Pedro. Pedro goes over the top to Slavankinen, and Slavankinen is fouled right at half court. Now he'll go to the line once again, and here we go. I've said it once, but I'm going to say it again, with a chance to potentially put this game away.
I like the way Coach Paulson broke the press that time. Instead of, he got it deep. He got it to half court, the inbounds pass, which takes the trap out of the picture there.
I'll tell you, it's impressive to, with a game at this tempo, with the intensity that Coach Paulson coaches with. The Slavankinen does knock down the first free throw. It's now a 7-point Carroll lead. But to just see that press, and then during a timeout when you only have 30 seconds, to just be like, all right, here's how I'm going to do this.
Yep.
It's just impressive. You got to be moving at a fast pace to think like that. Slovankinen's second free throw off the rim, no good. So another split pair of free throws. 7-point lead for the Saints. Coach Paulson's shouting no gambles from the bench. I mean, I think he just means to play back on defense, play good defense, and Dennis Flowers gets the rebound. Okeke up the court to Slavankinen. Slavankinen is fouled by Clark. 11 and a half seconds left, and now I think, Gary, I can officially deem this ball game over.
Yeah.
But 80-73, the Saints lead by 7, and Western's outscored us by 9 points in the second half.
Yeah, they have. They've been impressive.
A tip of the cap to their coach, Coach Larson making great adjustments at halftime. Tip of the cap to their guys for coming out and playing. I mean, they played their tails off. Slavankinen makes the first free throw.
And right back here again tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Yeah, the game's in the afternoon, not the evening tomorrow. Isn't that right, Daniel?
Yes. Free throw up from Slavankinen, and he's
God,
off the
did it
back
again.
rim. 1 for 2 once again. And there's a silly turnover by Western as they tried to pass it out to Stevenson and got tangled up, a little miscommunication there. And now the Saints should just be able to dribble it out. But yes, they will be playing tomorrow afternoon. Like I said, Western's definitely going to get up for this game, and they're going to want some revenge for tonight. Campbell will dribble it out, and that will do it for this evening, folks. 81-73, your final score here from Helena as the Saints complete the home sweep here in the PE Center. We're going to go ahead and step aside, take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be back. We're gone for 2 minutes. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show built by Builders First Source. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the stats. We'll hear from Coach Kurt Paulson. All that and much more here. Correction, 3 minutes. We'll be gone for 3 minutes. But when we come back, post-game show built by Builders First Source. Saints win 81-73. You're listening to Carroll College Basketball on Rewind 94.9, KCAP.com, and 1490 KDBM Dillon.